In those days the primitives did prostrate themselves by night to the honor and service of the devil. Celebrated until the coming of a great God whom they call Buddha, unto whom the salvation of souls belongs. Him they believed once to have come upon the earth, whence he departed from the top of the highest mountain on the island, called in the Chinguele language Amalel, but by the Portuguese and the European nations Adam's Teeth. It is sharp like a sugar loaf, and on the top a flat stone with the print of a foot like a man's on it, but far bigger, being about 2 feet long. It is the footprint of the Buddha. The people of this land count it meritorious to go and worship this impression, and generally about their New Year, which is in March, they, men, women, and children, go up this vast and high mountain to worship. Up this vast and high mountain to worship. Our Buddha, who acquired nirvana, who came into the world like other Buddhas, from whom is derived the food of life, who is celebrated for his 32 great manly beauties and for the 82 signs connected with them, and for the light which shines a fathom round his body, and for the beams of light that dart from the top of his head, who is the preceptor of 3 worlds, who is acquainted with the past, present and future, who during 4 asankhya's of kalpas so conducted himself as to be an example of the 30 great qualities. At sunrise, a great shadow is cast from this mountain for a space of 70 miles, formed as it seems of strange vapors. For it lieth not on the land, but a little above it, so that the hills and valleys appear veiled beneath. belongeth only to the women to fetch both wood and water. Their feet are debarred from laying their hands to any manner of work, nor may they eat but one meal a day, which meal they must beg of the people, who willingly give out of their store for the merit they gain thereby. But husbandry is the great employment of the country. In this the best men labour. Nor is it held any disgrace for men of the greatest quality to do any work either at home or in the field, if it be for themselves. But to work for hire with them is reckoned for a great shame, and very few are here to be found that will work so. They are very active and nimble in their limbs and very ingenious, for except ironwork, all other things they have need of they make and do themselves, insomuch that they all build their own houses. They join together in tilling, so in their harvest also. For all fall in together in reaping one man's field, and so to the next, until every man's crop be down. The women's 𝗪𝗔 is to beat the rice out of the husk, which they do with an ebony pestle in a wooden mortar. In those villages where dancers have their dwelling, the children must come each day to the house of their dancer, there to practice themselves in their art. For, if they be not exercised from childhood in this manner, their limbs have no skill in the postures of their dance.